Hey guys, it's me Barb, and I wanted to give you a quick tour of what all I have decorated outdoors so far in my Disney Dreamlight Valley island to help you have maybe some ideas, inspiration, or you can steal my ideas, copy them. It's cool. I'm fine with whatever. But I wanted to kind of show you what all I've done so far. So I was going to start at my house area. Ignore the messes out here. I haven't tidied up. But in the meadow, this pond here that used to be Goofy's, I moved him across the street and gave him this other pond. You can still come over and visit and use this one, but I wanted to have this pond and have lakefront property, and I wanted to have a beach view for my backyard. So what I did was I took this whole area. Alright, everyone's coming over to visit the second I'm going to show you guys. I took this whole little area down here, this corner of the meadow, and I made a bunch of this brick iron fence, and I kind of made my own little corner of the world. Now, I did use the gold pathing because I want to have like a Wizard of Oz type Alice in Wonderland. My house was just thrown here in a magical little corner of the world feel to it. And with the gold brick path and this lighting, I did want to carry on the yellow lighting theme down from the plaza to make it feel like it had a natural flow. Now, the only downside to this brick metal fencing is it does take a lot of iron, so be prepared to farm iron, but that's fine. And when I brought this in here, I wanted to give myself an entrance that's convenient when coming up from the beach, and entrances that are convenient from coming from the front of it. And I did go ahead and take this little area to place a crafting table and safe. For some reason, my flower safe has gone missing. Let's go ahead and toss that back while we're editing. Because it's so nice to have one of these in each area. I use it just for my flowers. Now I'll show you here. I toss literally all of my flowers in here. I don't have to think about it. And I have one of these in my home and each biome outside of my home. It helps me clear up stuff. So, there we go. My little storage area with a crafting table just for convenience. And in the pond, I wanted to add some of these lilies and reeds for a bit of magic. And then I did go ahead and give myself a little decorative garden. I put pumpkins in here for now, but I don't actually harvest these pumpkins. I just want them to look nice, like a little garden. I have actual functioning pumpkin gardens other places, but these ones I just kind of leave them. And I did give functional items like buckets, the well, just in case you really need there's a loo, and our tools. And I did go ahead and move Wally's garden here. He's just down the street. He can come visit and hang out. And storage bins just in case we need them there as well. And I haven't figured what I want behind the house, but as you can see, it does give this nice ocean view. And I did give myself a little bike in the front. I do wish we could ride the bike in this game. I don't know if you guys have seen Dinkum, but it's adorable when people ride around on their motorbikes in that game. And just a bit of splash of color and a natural area. You can sit on these little logs. So sometimes I'll come in here and see characters that are sitting on the log, hanging out in my yard. So that's pretty cool. And that's what I did for my little corner of the earth, my housing area. So I was pretty happy with how that came out. It does feel like it has a bit of a grand entrance to the front, where you have the double pathway entrances, and you do have that side entrance as well, just for convenience. And I like that it just feels like it makes use of the natural landscape where the existing pond was. So that's my little lakefront beach property house. I know we aren't right up on the beach, but the view's good enough. The weather's good up here, right? So the other areas I wanted to show you, I did a couple other big areas, but I did some small decorations to my villagers' housing areas. Hope there's not a bunch of night thorns down here. I haven't been down here today. So for Moana, I gave her a tropical oasis on the beach. And what I did was I took a lot of the landscaping items. I brought this little fire pit thingy we get from the quest. Sorry if that's a spoiler for you. There's a quest. You do it. you get stuff. Now, I do want to add some more of these lily pads out here. Adding lily pads in the water on the beach is just a nice touch. And I do apologize. We're going to go ahead and we're going to clear this. Can we? There we go. We're going to clear this. I can press buttons, guys. But I did this nice tropical oasis area for her, and I put it right next to her boat because I just feel like this is her boat. She could kind of keep these together, and it felt like it naturally flowed very well to have a little tropical oasis here for her. One of the things that I did like to add in are these purple flowers in the landscaping section with the beach grass. I think it does really make her area feel nice. And these bigger tropical combo rocks also really filled it in. Now, for Ariel's yard, since she's in the water, I couldn't do too much. But what I did was I gave this little tiki torch, some of these lily pads, a couple reeds, just to make it feel like when you walk up, there's just a little bit of added something special, you know? And for Eric's, I did go ahead and give him a tropical area for his palace since he already has palm trees coming out of it. So I added some extra palm trees to the side here, some of these larger sweeping palm trees, and I kind of had them arch into his place. And just a simple touch of adding flower bush out front. And I think that makes his palace feel like it's meant to be there. And with Moana's tropical oasis, it kind of flows with this area. Now the other thing I did is, we're gonna run because no point in teleporting. Ignore that chair there. I'm starting something, I didn't finish it. I moved Ursula way over here into Glade. Now, if you're gonna move any villager houses, your own houses, save before you do it. Some people have been having a glitch where the house they're moving completely disappears, so just save to be safe. And that way, if it disappears, you can force close your game, go back in, and then try it again. Now, I moved her here into this pond with a waterfall behind. And I did go ahead and add some foliage and purple flowers. I added more lily pads around her place. And I added this light. And I tried to make the foliage kind of lean into her place. Even though it's a water residence, you can still decorate. There's just a little nice touch of something there. Now, the next place we're going to teleport up to make our lives a bit easier is we're going to go up to the Forgotten Lands. Now, in the Forgotten Lands, I felt really crowded. I didn't feel like I could use the area. It was dark, so I wanted to brighten it up a bit. So we still have the green fires, so ignore them. They're just thematic, you know? Eventually they'll go away. But I did go ahead and add some more lightings. I added this log to our pond to make it feel nice. And I added some flowers and pathing going up to our mysterious pumpkin house, which I'm hoping will be the fairy godmother, but I guess we'll see. And I gave her some more flowers, and I thought these black flowers were really nice for this area, and also just to keep this a bit, you know, lighthearted, magical feeling. And I did go ahead and make a pumpkin patch area, because, well, pumpkins and the Forgotten Lands, of course, you need them together. And I wanted it to feel like you had an actual pumpkin patch, like when you go to visit one in the fall, you pick out your pumpkin. Maybe you buy some snacks. Maybe they sell you some pumpkin pie. And I made this little table with a cookout. And you have a stall, a vendor stall. And then I did add some baked goods and some food to the table. Maybe a guitar for your music, some popsicles. This little music chest, which I'm not turning on right now because some of the music that plays, I think, gets you copyright strikes from Disney. And I want to avoid that. So when we come over here, I wanted to make it have things you would naturally have in a pumpkin patch. And here's our pumpkin patch, and I added some hay bales. Go back here, you have your just in case Hulu, and another crafting area with a storage chest for us to be able to just drop off our flowers, because who wants to deal with organizing all those, right? So this is our Forgotten Lands pumpkin patch. We might do a bit of orchard off the side here, maybe some apples with these. It seems like it would kind of fit the area. And I felt like that helped make the area just be more inviting and more usable. Now, one thing I did do is in areas that are dark, I took these tiki torches. They're the Moana ones that Scrooge will get you, and I put them next to each mining node to also help light things up and guide our path as we mine. So instead of, when we're going along, having to search in the dark, we just follow the lights. So that's what we did over here in the Forgotten Lands. Now let's go ahead and teleport over to the main well real quick. In our downtown area for the Plaza. Originally, I placed Mickey and Minnie together, and I kind of did this nice little cozy area for them. I am going to give them a full orchard over here. Right now, this is where my house used to be, and I just moved my house, so it's kind of still just a pumpkin patch, you know? But I am going to make this Mickey and Minnie's little area with their orchard, rock garden type area. And over here, I did a nature garden, city park, botanical gardens type area. So what I did was I took the 2 gazebos and I kind of themed it around that. I like having these little paths that come through. Now, the only downside when you don't have items placed everywhere is you do get sticks and stuff spawning in it, but that's okay. It's a nature park. There can be sticks. Add a little bird house. And then I did add... Oh, it disappeared. Sometimes items in this game just disappear after you have them placed. I'm not sure why. I had some tools here for the garden for decorating. And I gotta push back. Okay, so imagine some tools there and a water bucket and a little sack like those sacks that you use for like gardening, like herbs, like a sack of soil, seeds and stuff. Add them over here. We'll put those back later. And I did like a little bonfire area here. Since we don't have a true bonfire, I took this cooking pit. And I added a water feature fountain over here. Now I also did a little city square. I know a lot of people have these city squares, but I do like them. Let's get a view from this direction. So I put Remy's restaurant next to his house and next to Scrooge. So when you come over, you have this nice little seating area with a little pizza on the table. And you have the clock tower. You have this water fountain. I tried to keep it to where it would be relatively center with Scrooge's door. But I think no matter which way we place it is slightly off. So I erred on the side of it being centered more with the clock tower. It's fine. And this is what we have for our downtown area. I did take the tallest trees I could find because I kind of wanted them to frame the tops of the building. And I did the same with overarching trees for our city garden park. When they kind of lean over the path, it makes it feel a bit more lived in, like it's been here a long time, you know? So this is our downtown city plaza area with our courtyard and our city park botanical gardens. And then I also did a really nice area for Merlin. I actually just did a live stream on it earlier tonight. I guess technically yesterday, depending on your time zone. And I moved him up to the forest near the snowy area. I know a lot of people like this area for him, but I felt like his area should be icy, magical, still woodsy, but homey. So I made it to where as we go over here, the trees kind of lead you. When you get to the lights, they're going to just pull you in. And we have this beautiful weeping willow. And I took these purple trees that are meant for the Forgotten Realm and these sinister trees. They don't feel sinister to me. They feel magical. And I mixed them in with items that are meant for the forest. And when we get here, we have this gold path leading up to Merlin's, because a lot of his items in his house accents are gold. And we did go ahead and give him a nice little well over there with a flower, some books, some wood items, because he's out here, you know, in the woods, living his life, magic and nature and whatnot. And then also I made the path to where it does kind of veer off to the side, and we gave him a potions and study work table with his magical well in case he needs to do whatever conjuring he's doing, making things. He gave him some items on his table: a mortar and pestle, some candles, books, and his bag of widgets and whatnots. And I just like the mix of the regular trees for the area, the frozen, and the purple. It makes it feel magical for him. And I don't know, it feels lived in. And I think it feels like it could truly be Merlin's home. And I do like also having this book pile here. Oh my goodness, that tree. This book pile here, because it disguises where that path edge is not exactly lined up. I'm sure you guys have run into that with decorating. So what helped me, I think, for this area to find some inspiration is feel like it's okay to mix your items from the landscaping tab for different biomes. So you don't have to keep the trees just for the biome you're working in. You can add things from other areas, like the fir or the frozen willow tree. Someone in my stream chat gave the idea for the frozen willow, and that was a great idea. So I'm pretty happy with how this came out. So I do have plans for other areas to decorate in the future, but for now, that's what I've done so far. I think I would like to move Kristoff and Anna up into Icy area, the Frosted Heights. Maybe somewhere over here or here. And I do want to make a beach resort area because there are some cool like beach party items. And I've got a couple other things, just decorating wise. And I feel like it's starting to come together for some areas. And once you get it right, it feels like you just want to leave it that way. So if you guys have ideas for what you're going to be decorating, or ideas for areas I haven't decorated, like that downtown area where I have all the pumpkins right now, I need to make it something else, toss it in the comments below. And if you would like to see future videos or maybe future streams where I do some decorating, like, subscribe, turn on notifications so it tells you when I go live. I am a third shift person, and I don't know exactly when I stream yet, but I do try to stream a little bit on Fridays and Saturdays if I can, and maybe some other times during the week. But I do not have a set schedule yet, so turn on those notifications. And if this gave you any ideas, let me know. Or if you have any suggestions for things you would like to see in my Disney Dreamlight Valley island. I know it's not an island, but it's the Animal Crossing in me, right? Definitely let me know. And I'm sorry this video was a bit longer, but I wanted to share with you the areas that I had so far because I like how some of them have turned out. And I want to just have a bit of, record for when we make more things in the future and change things. If you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night and enjoy playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley. Until next time, bye guys.